So here's what I did. I've done it before, but it's been a couple of months, and it worked out well. I had to replace the bearings in this intermediate shaft outer arm deal, and the reason I'm making this video is because you can use the front housing as the jig, so you don't have to buy a jig. The shaft does stick out a little bit, so I stuck some 1.5 2x4s in front of it. I cut a 4 3/8 piece of wood. It worked before, and the reason why it worked before is because this bearing on this end wasn't set in all the way, so I had to replace it. So that's why I have this 4 3/8 plus the washer. That's how far it was sticking in. And I was able to get it together, but when I tried to turn it, it didn't work. So I'm not good at making these videos, but what I did before was just put some tie wire in there. I bundled it up, like I put some duct tape around it. We do it on the job all the time. We just pull it out of the center, you know, and cut some, and it's very great, universal. And what I'm going to do is put the back on and put the yoke in, and I've got the bearing greased in the back of the housing right here, and I'm basically going to do like a little switcheroo, put the back on, and I've got a 5/16 into this right here screwed in where it don't fit, because this is actually a metric, so I can actually use this, and it only goes one way, it won't go the other way, so you can't, it's idiot proof. This goes away from the housing, and this goes in the housing through the advice of some other people making videos. And this long rod goes into one of the holes, and you try to get the line up, and once it lines up, then you pull this to bearing right here, put a couple of bolts in it after you finally do whatever it takes to get this set in, and you can reach in and get this up here and put a bolt in it, and then flip it around and take the front off, cut the tie wire, and reduce the amount of time and aggravation to put these together. It's a RPO code m50 NV3500. This is not the original. I think this is the 4-wheel drive version. The only difference I ran into was one of the sensors or something like that on the housing, which I think converts over to my stock, which is a non-4-wheel drive. So I'm going to try to do it like I did before. It only took me like a few minutes to do it, but the video and everything seems to go wrong. This is a NV 3500 out of a 99 four-wheel drive. I'm installing it into a 2002 CVS 10 two-wheel drive. And I was wanting to post a video to maybe inform some things that I learned while working on this transmission. It's a m50 RPO code. I use the front cover as the jig. I put some 204s underneath the front because the shaft sticks out past the flange that bolts to the engine block. I put it together yesterday and it wouldn't go together, and I thought I had packed maybe too much grease in it. But I got a little camera and looked down inside there, and the intermediate shaft wasn't set all the way in. Some of the things that I did to change it was I drilled on that, tapped that out for a 9/16 18. It's like a 500 hole, and drilled it out to like a 33/64 or something like that. It's like a 532 drill bit. If you do it, be forewarned, it grabs a lot on a pre-existing hole. So just go very, slow, and you drill it about a 1/2 inch deep, and just tap it out to a 9/16 18. Get you a bolt, cut the head off. I used a 5/16 threaded rod to go into this clip because it doesn't fit. This is a metric, but since it doesn't fit, it allows me to install it right here. And you put this through the hole. I put this right here through the hole where the bolt goes into. You gotta make sure it's the flat part that goes in. The mistake I made was this meter shaft wasn't set all the way in, and through some R&D, this is supposed to be some really good aluminum RTV. It's MSGF44B. It's like 20 bucks. It's really hard to get. It was back ordered. It was like 3 months to get it. I got the back part of the housing with the bearing greased in. They tried to say there was 2 different part numbers for the idler intermediate shaft bearing, but it was the same part number. The back seal here, this back seal right here, not seal bushing, is I got it through USA Standard Gear 266-62. You have to get 2 of them because It's for like a 350 automatic trans or something, but it's the same OD. One is shorter than the stock replacement one, and you have to basically cut one in half and do your best to drive them in and line up the splines to make it the same length to get the one out that when you got the transmission together, you use this tool, and this right here, this part right here goes into this part of the shaft to pull the bearing, the bushing out, excuse me. I couldn't get it to work just like it is. I had a handful of nails that I stick in between the grooves. I think they all took a nail except for like one, and you install it with the drive shaft out of course. I don't think it really messed the seal up with it within. You install it, screw it all the way out, get it in, put the nails in the slot, and screw this in. It pulls it out very aggravatingly, but once you do, if you're able to get this out, inside there there is a factory burr that I had to grind down with a Dremel tool, and I don't know if I would do it within the truck, but maybe a vacuum or something to get the dust out, or if you do change the oil right after. But it may help you the next time it happens to make it easier to uninstall this if it happens again, because these trucks have a center bearing, and if you don't catch the center bearing wearing out in time, which parts these days seem to wear out faster than they did in the past, it will make your bushing leak. So it'd be like a gift from your previous self to your next self to deburr that back in that back part, and take the the precautionary procedure to not that grit to run through your whole entire transmission. But this part, using as a jig, I don't think it gets any better than that. It might save you some more money. This is advice from a different video about this threaded rod deal. I made this one up myself. I've got some previous experience as a toolmaker / machinist. I just ran the numbers, and it turned out to be a 9/16. Plus, it was really hard to get a replacement for that little plunger, and I basically destroyed it trying to get out. I don't know what the thought process was whenever who was making that. The 1500s doesn't even, the 1500s has something over here, I think, where you can't even get to this plunger. It would be literally a nightmare. I don't know actually how you would be able to do it. No tool is available. But with this back part and that seal put in, and this right here, I know I'm not trying to make y'all dizzy, but second. I've got to put this in. I just cut a piece of wood and put a spacer on it. And it works out to be 5 7/8 long to put the reverse in there. No, I'm sorry, that was a previous mistake. You know, just lay that in there like that. Of course, the long side goes down. Just kind of goes in like this. I get a yoke. Put the yoke in like that right there. And get your piece right here. I'm going to take the yoke back out. Get your piece right here. Back in. And now you have to flip it. So I switched it up to the back side of the transmission. It obviously didn't go as smoothly as I wanted it to. I had to stop the video, and this part was sinking down, and I was able to pick it up, set the reverse in, got the bolt in. Still got the threaded rod on the back side. I got these 2 bolts in. I used a camera like this to go inside this hole right here, the drain, and this hole right here, the field, and it is exactly in line. See this boss right here? It's exactly in line with the bearing for the intermediate shaft, and everything was lined up. The reverse is in, got the bolts in. I need to, I don't really have to, but it'd be kind of ideal to remove the threaded rod, but I've got it stacked on some questionable pieces of wood, and I can't get it out holding the camera. What I want to try to attempt to do is, since I had to take this off to remove the piece of wood that held the reverse up, is to put it back on. So I don't know. Let's see how smooth this turns out. Well, I didn't get it on video, but I laid it down on the ground, like right here, and just put the front cover on, and slid it over, and in its respective position. Of course, it had a little gap right here, and since I had it on the blocks, I just wiggled it around, and it is flush. It fell right into place. So now it's good to go. Everything's back together. Got to separate and put some RTV on it, but this is